you can search all of these criteria, or you can search for sexy girls, women. Just kidding. So you find out what your customers are, your ideal customers, and then you search for on these Facebook and MySpace profiles, and find them, and then look through their pictures, and then find out who you want to add as your friend. Okay. Now you can have your assistants do this for you as well. Find one that's savvy, that's already on Facebook and it's already on MySpace. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's how you find friends. And you don't want to just find any friends. You want to find friends that are more likely going to become your customers or to become real friends with you. And so that's how we use social networking websites, I guess, or pages. And I don't even manage my Facebook and my MySpace pages. My assistant manages that. So it's not something that you have to do yourself. Okay, it's something that somebody in your team has to do it. And also too, you can, just like the way you go to real estate investing forums up here, okay, there's a lot of groups, there's a lot of real estate investing groups on these web pages that you can also go on there, and the same way you would do here with answering their questions and posting their answers on there, you would do the same thing over here. So you go to these groups and you post that, and you can even start your own group as well, okay? And since I'm in the topic of groups, you can also do the same thing with Google Groups, Yahoo Groups, MSN Groups, same thing. And just post these questions and these answers on there, participate with them. And the thing with doing these groups is, depending on how active that group is, if that group is very active, then that's fine. You can communicate with that group more frequently. But if that group is not very active, don't send them an email like every day, because then you look like a spammer, because they'll just see your name and that's it. So depending on the groups, market it, adjust your marketing appropriately. Okay, let me see what else here. Right. For video marketing, there's many ways you can create videos. You can create videos by, like if you're doing something, you're going somewhere, and you find something interesting that you can, something funny or something interesting, you can turn into a video. You definitely can do that. Another thing that you can do also is when you're reading these questions, okay, what you can do is you can put those questions into a PowerPoint. Write this one down. This one's really, really good too. You put these questions into a PowerPoint, and then you use Camtasia to record your screen, and you're going to speak the answer to that question. And now you have a short little video that you can post on YouTube and on different websites like that. Or you can use tools like TrafficGeyser.com or TubeMogul.com, where they'll go and post it on 30 or 40 different video websites out there for you automatically. Okay. And you see how quickly that is, that you're able to have video content to send out? Okay, and if you have, if you already started building your list, if you already, if you had started building your list already and you already have customers, have like you can do a webinar for them or a teleseminar and get them to submit all of their questions to you. And then you record your webinar, and you break that webinar into smaller chunks of when you ask these questions, you answer these questions, and then you can also use those as videos. So like the stuff I'm teaching you right now, I can easily cut this up and submit these videos up there. All right. Another type of marketing that you can do to get more leads is blogs. You can start writing your own blog, and you can post like the articles that your ghostwriter that's writing for you here. You can also post a version of that on your blogs. You can also post the answers and questions on your blog. You can talk about your life on your blog. I know Dustin does a lot of that. Whenever he's going to a seminar or something, he does that. You definitely can do that. And you can also use search engine optimization. If you're beginning doing, if you're just getting started, I don't recommend you to use this one, because this one takes a lot of work and it takes a long time to see results. And so for most of you, this is not something that you want to start now. Okay. Anybody have questions on this slide before I go on?
Hey, Tim, this is Pat. Can I just hire somebody to do this for me? Or my question to you would be, do you do all of this yourself, or do you hire people?
Right. No, I don't do any of this stuff myself. I have my assistants that does this for me. Now, the way it works for me is I hire virtual assistants, and then I buy these courses, these online courses, and I send it over to them for them to learn it and then do this stuff. And so that's how that's how I do it. That is a longer process. If you want it done quicker, you can find companies out there that will do this stuff for you. They just charge you a whole lot more money. And so, so
you just need to farm out your virtual assistants to us so we can get them to do it for us. And we'll pay you so you can pay them.
Sure,
but to us.
If I ever do something like that, it would cost you a lot of money anyways, and so it might not be worthwhile. But yeah, I mean, so you can do that. You can either train somebody to do that for you, or find somebody who already know how to do that. You can even go on like. I didn't talk about outsourcing because I'm saving the outsourcing for the last module. But you can go on websites like elance.com, Scriptlance, Rent-A-Coder, Workaholics for Hire. You can go to one of those websites. Let me just type it in here for you.
I have enough alcoholics working for me rehabbing homes. I don't need another one working for me.
Okay. And so, you can go, these websites here, Elance, Scriptlance, Rent-A-Coder, they're kind of general, so like you can post pretty much any kind of projects on there. But like Workaholics, they are more catered to the info marketers, to the internet marketing world. And so they charge a little bit more, but they know what they're doing. It's more specific to what you need. But I mean, you can go to these websites and post jobs on there and get people to bid on it, and then hire them from there. I mean, that's how I found my programmer who's been with me for 2.5 years now. Because I had a few projects that I posted on rentacoder.com. And that's also how I found my ghostwriter, who has been writing for me for a while now, as I found him on elance.com. So initially you go and post these projects on these websites, and then you work with them. You get many people bidding on it, and then you work with them. And if you like them, you can then give them more business or more jobs to do. So definitely give that a try. Anyone else have questions on this? Okay, cool. All right. Now, as I said before, the JVs marketing, the free advertising marketing, it's great because they're free, right? And we always like things that are free, but as you see, they require time. It takes time to do those things. Either your time or someone else's time that you have to that you have to pay for. And so technically it's not free. And you're paying it for your time. At the end of the day, you don't care whether it's free marketing or pay marketing. At the end of the day, all you care is, did I make a lot of money on that customer, right? I mean, if it's a free customer and you made maybe $100 on that free customer, or if it's a pay customer and you made $1,000 on that customer, then which customer do you want to go for, right? And so don't get too hung up with the free marketing. Your goal with paid marketing, your goal is to try to break even on the front end. Okay, so whatever product, especially like a lead generation product, your goal should be to break even on the front end, so that way you can get more people into your pipeline, get more customers into your pipeline, and then you're going to then upsell them, and that's where you really make your money. And so an example of this would, let's say if you have an ebook, okay, and let's say you have an ebook and you sell this ebook for $50, and you're willing to break even on it. That means that you're willing to spend $50 to get a customer, okay, or a $50 customer, and so you would be more willing to spend more money to acquire that customer as long as you can break even with them, right? And so technically they become free customers for you because it takes you $50 to pay for your advertising, and then you get that $50 back. You get that $50 back from the marketing and from your ebook, and so you break even at that point. Like in my case, when I do marketing, I'm even willing to lose money up front. I have my membership website. I have a 30-day free trial. So for the first 30 days that they're in my system, I lost money. I didn't, not only I didn't make money, but I actually lost money on that customer. But I'm totally fine with that because I make a whole lot more from them for the life of that customer than what I pay to acquire that customer. So I don't mind. I'm willing to pay to get that customer. And so you want to think about that. There are several. There's many different ways out there that you can pay for advertising, and one of the very popular ways on the internet is through pay-per-click advertising, such as your Google AdWords, your Yahoo Search Marketing, or your MSN Ad Center, and this is where you go. I'm going to pick on you, Pat. Do you know what pay-per-click advertising is?
Man, I don't. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right. Let me show it to you real quick here. Let's say, hold on. Let me make this smaller. Hold on. Let me make this smaller first so I can more easily show it to you. All right. let's say somebody go on